A milestone for the Philippine Eagle Foundation, welcoming a new eaglet that was hatched naturally without human assistance. What does Riley, or chick number 31, mean for the ongoing efforts to save the critically endangered species? Let's find out, because Dr. Jason Ibanez, the Philippine Eagle Foundation's Director for Operations, now joins us live via Zoom from Davao. It's a beautiful day, Dr. Jason. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, indeed, it's a beautiful day, and thanks for having me.
Of course, glad to have you. So, Doc, Riley is the first ever Philippine eagle to hatch unassisted in captivity. Tell us, how significant is this milestone for the foundation and the conservation efforts?
Well, this is really a big break for the conservation breeding program. The new facility, the National Bird Breeding Sanctuary, was it started only last year in February. And now, barely a year later, we have the first live captive bred eaglet produced from that facility. So this gives us hope that the new facility is really very appropriate for the species, and we're anticipating more eaglets that will be bred from this new facility that's nestled at the foot of Mount Apo. So we're all very excited. We think that this is start of a string of successful hatching, and hopefully next year, if we have additional birds, then perhaps we can also attempt the first release of captive bred birds to the wild.
Doc, first of all, na-distract ako sa background mo. I had to double check kung totoo yung eagle doon sa shoulder mo. But of course, when you take a look at the key factors that led to this successful hatching, because there was a successful hatching last time. Unfortunately, that chick did not survive long. What is different about this procedure, this process, and what can we do to ensure na si Riley will have a long and healthy life?
Yes, well, unfortunately, with the first hatching that we had last year, nagkaroon ng infection ang young bird. And we think the bird also had some congenital issues, no? Kaya hindi normal yung growth rate niya. In fact, very slow yung weight progress ng bird. But this time, we're very happy because very normal yung development ng chick natin. Again, the hatching was unassisted. Ibig sabihin walang human intervention or human assistance. The chick hatched by its own, by itself, just like your chicks in the wild. They don't get any help from the parents. And then looking at the weight progress, no, very normal, no. Yung graph ng kanyang weight gain is within the normal range, similar to successfully hatched eagles like Pag-asa, Pagkakaisa, and others. So we really think that the new breeding facility is really working for the benefit of our national bird. No? The new breeding facility is very much isolated. We don't accept visitors. It's relatively far from houses and human habitations. And it's also nestled, again, at the foot of Mount Apo, which is a natural Philippine eagle habitat. So the Philippine eagle photo in my background is actually a female eagle. Her name is Philippine Eagle Sinabadag. We've been monitoring her. And this nesting territory, wild nesting territory, is the neighbor of the new breeding facility. So we're very happy kasi yung assumptions namin na yun nga, if we transfer the birds to the right place, the right environment, magiging productive sila. And we're excited for yung prospects of hatching more eagles that eventually can be released back to the wild.
Doc, were there any unexpected challenges or surprises during Riley's first few days?
Yes, well, I think a challenge would be the fact that when the egg was laid and our team from the center looked at the egg, inspected it as part of the protocol, may mga pores or butas siya. So apparently, they were saying during our Zoom conference na may mga small holes doon sa shell. And so what the team did was to do emergency procedures by applying yung patch doon sa mga pores na to.
Mhm.
And that worked apparently, So this
Oh.
that's one of the challenges. But again, we have standard procedures or protocols to address that. And apparently that worked. We had a very successful hatching. And after that, I think it was smooth sailing. Although we were very much guarded, the team really implemented strict biosecurity protocols. No, we've modified yung biosecurity protocols natin. We established a new hatching and rearing facility, inside the sanctuary, funded by a donor. And so we think that all of this, yung guarded protocols, and then a new building for
Mm.
incubation and rearing, and then of course yung patience and diligence ng mga animal keepers natin, mga experts natin, to really monitor yung progress ng egg and the chick contributed to that success.
Yeah,
Doc,
Doc.
sorry, go ahead,
No,
Mo.
I was just gonna say congrats to you and your team for this being so successful. I'm just curious to know what are the next steps to Riley's development. So hopefully one day I can go visit if allowed.
No visitors nga eh.
Kaya, that's why I said if allowed one
Right.
day.
Well, we're very excited because again, Riley is growing so fast. They had to transfer the bird to the eaglet to a new and a bigger nests. And then the bird is already getting its daily sun baths, which is very important.
Aw, so
The
cute.
team using again strict protocols, nilalabas nila si Eaglet Riley
Mm-mm.
to get his sun rays, and then eventually the bird will be mentored by an adult Philippine eagle. So he or slash she can learn the ways of being a proper eagle. But we're intending Riley to become one of our breeding birds. But if we get another eaglet next year from the same parents, then the plan is to perhaps release this bird back to the wild. So while Riley would be a representative of her bloodline in captivity, then we're hoping that his or her siblings can be released back to the wild,
Oh,
where
okay.
he can become a pioneer eagle for the wild population.
Doc, you mentioned the parents. I actually want to ask about that. In nature, in the wild, ano pong role nila when it comes to the growth of a young chick? And of course, dito in captivity, how different is that, especially sa breeding program na to, and why are the differences made that way?
Right. Well, in the wild, of course, our eagles exist as monogamous pairs, and they play their unique roles. Now, for instance, the female is responsible for most of incubation and feeding of the chick for the first 2 months, while the role of the eagle dad is to look for food and nourish and nurture the female as well as the chick. So make clear division of roles, which is really very interesting. We always think of the Philippine eagles as fierce predators, killing machines, but whenever they have a chick, whenever they have an egg, they become tender parents, and we can all relate to that. No, so but in captivity, in the case of Riley, the chick was hatched through cooperative artificial insemination. So that means the female eagle is imprinted to a animal keeper, and the female eagle also the same. And then the egg was fertilized through artificial insemination. So the semen transferred to the female, and then with respect to rearing the chick, taking care of the chick, it's basically the job of the animal keeper. So it's a major difference.
Okay.
But where but that's intended for if an animal keeper takes care of a chick, and then he or she wants to imprint the bird to him or her, the intention for the eaglet is to become a breeder in captivity. But if we want to release the bird back to the wild, then that's when we implement a different protocol, which is yung human isolation. Dapat yung chick mo when you raise it, wala siyang makita tao. People should not be feeding the bird.
Yeah.
But we will do mentoring and perhaps foster parenting. Meaning magre-raise ng chick would be an eagle, so that when you release the birds, hahanapin niya yung the right kind of species as his or
Doc
her.
Jason, you mentioned if Riley will get siblings, possible i-release itong mga siblings sa wild, right? Once they are released, what steps do you take or will you take to ensure na they are safe and they will thrive in the wild?
Right. Well, it's very important that the habitat where you will release the bird should be vacant, meaning walang current population of Philippine eagles. So you call that reintroduction. So we have sites already. We're doing releases in Leyte Island, where we think Philippine eagles have been decimated by Super Typhoon Yolanda. So I don't know if you've heard of the release that we did last year.
Yeah.
We released Philippine eagle Carlito and Uswag. Unfortunately, we lost Uswag to natural causes, pero Carlito is thriving well.
Okay.
And the goal is to release future captive bred birds also to Leyte, because we need to release at least 16 birds, no, to establish a breeding population, a founder population. So, of course, we need the commitment of local governments, of communities, of all stakeholders of the release site to protect the habitat and also prevent shooting and hunting of the released birds. So that's part of our conservation program. We're now heavily invested on working with people, creating pride, and developing ownership of and accountability to the released birds. And also, before releasing the bird for captive bred birds, no, kailangan proper yung rearing mo din. Ano? Again, hindi dapat siya ma-imprint sa tao. It should be printed in isolation.
Yeah.
It should be printed to the right species. We have protocols for that before you can release the bird. And we're attaching GPS trackers, no? Tracking devices, so that we know where they go whenever we release them, follow them actively, and then make sure na if they're in a relatively threatened habitat, meaning they're close to villages, no, our education team would go to the village and tell them that there's an eagle visiting their place, and then get their help with protecting the bird. So it's a group of activities, holistic approaches in order to ensure that a release would be successful.
Okay.
Doc, can you give us an update? Because I read, correct me if I'm wrong, that there are currently less than 400 Philippine eagles. Do we see that number going up anytime soon? And because I'm interested to see how, I hope like it's gonna rise eventually.
Right, yeah. Well, so the estimate for the population is 392 pairs. But again, this is just an estimate. But we're trying our best to find as many nesting sites as possible, nesting territory, because yun yung unit ng population census mo. In terms of increasing the population, that's what we want to do by doing these releases. What we want to do is transfer young birds from Mindanao, Samar, to vacant places in Leyte and Luzon. And then by doing that, you're increasing the chances of these young birds surviving, and that's how you increase the population numbers.
Doc, sorry, I hate to cut you off because we're running out of time in just a bit, and I have a few really dumb questions. But then
It's
first,
not dumb.
Wait,
It's
wait
not dumb
lang.
at all. Dumb
you
questions.
don't even know what my questions are yet. First of all, unang-una, mabuti lang, it really makes sense sa monogamous yung Philippine eagle kasi wala naman divorce sa Pilipinas eh.
Wala.
So they're always together. And then another one
Okay,
is
another
one is bakit Riley po yung pangalan? Why was the name Riley given?
Yes, well, so sorry, I didn't get the first question.
No, it wasn't a question po. It was just a very bad joke about divorce in the Philippines.
Ignore na po
and
yan.
very
Let's
monogamous
ignore
yung
that.
mga Philippine eagle
Just
natin.
pretend to laugh, Doc.
But
But why Riley?
why Riley though?
Yes.
Riley, well, that's the name given by the bird's adopter. So we have this Adopt an Eagle program. So for those who would adopt an eagle, you have the right or entitlement to give the name to the bird. Opo.
To the
So
program.
Riley is a
We
special
have to do an It's a Beautiful Day sponsorship.
Ang haba ng pangalan ng It's a Beautiful Day na
IADB.
eagle. But Doc,
IADB.
last one, most important one, ano
Yes.
po ang sound ng isang Philippine eagle?
Okay, so sound of Philippine eagle. It's a melodious call.
Okay.
Adult bird, something like this.
Hindi rin,
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Huh?
hindi
So that's
kaya
a
nag-zoom.
Oh no.
Hindi kaya
Na-mute
nag-zoom,
ka
Doc.
ni Zoom.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. Kasi
Very unique.
we're going to
Ganun
go.
ba?
No, that's an owl.
Hindi ginagaya ko yung mouth ni ni Doc eh.
I don't think it works that way eh. Kasi akala niya crow eh. Crow sound eh.
Akala ko ganun, Doc eh.
Sorry, Doc. Ignore her today.
Doc,
She had
but-
one
Doc
too many
is fully
coffee.
entertained.
Thank you so much for being here. We cannot wait to hear more about Riley and, of course, the rest of your efforts. Again, thank you for joining us, Dr. Jason Ibanez, the Philippine Eagle Foundation's Director for Operations. Maraming salamat po and good luck for the rest of your efforts.
Yes, thank you and more power to your show.